floor is yours. And
All right.
I got your video queued up when you're ready.
Hi, everybody. I'm glad you're here. I've already been introduced as the founder of GripTough. Well, GripTough is a cell phone accessory company, and what I'm going to be showing you is just one particular product. We're going to have many more. This company is going to be staying here, and I know it's going to be successful. I already have successful businesses. In fact, I started my first product, marketed, in 1975. It was the Pet Rock leash. Many other products after that, but actually I sold it to Bullock's department stores, and I got a cease and desist letter from Rock Bottom Productions. I was only 17, but they told me to stop selling. Okay, we're introducing the Wedget. The Wedget was inspired because I hang out at Dollar Tree. Spatula intrigued the hell out of me. I created a product from that called the Wedget. What I got is a video that will explain most of probably everything you need to know.
Oh, I get it.
Tired of using your cell phone? I don't know about you, but I was sick in terms of spending over $100 on cell phones that break, and cell phones ending up in my lap while driving until I found this solution. Introducing Wedget. Wedget is a revolutionary mounting system. Works with any cell phone up to 3.5 inches wide. Works with any GoPro or GoPro compatible sports camera. Works with any small camera with a standard 1/4 inch screw socket. Not just another throwaway cell phone mount. All parts are replaceable and readily available. Wedget can be used in many ways. Use Wedget as a desktop stand. Use Wedget as a sun visor mount. Use Wedget as a CD slot mount. Use Wedget as a crevice mount. Mount Wedget permanently or temporarily anywhere using screws, nails, gaffer's tape, VHP tape, or epoxy glue. Wedget can be used to watch movies, use it for navigation, use it as an alarm clock, a nanny cam, great videos, great for interviews, great for video streaming and time-lapse photography. There is endless possibilities with Wedget. All right, I didn't mention on the video that one really good use for Wedget, besides mounting cell phones and things, it's also good for recycled phones. Like a lot of people have a bunch of phones laying around that are just sitting in their drawers, and with Wedget, you can literally take that old phone and use it now, and as a desktop mount for alarm clock or whatever. But the problems of all these are poor quality. I mean, these are all made mostly in China, as you probably well know, and they're mass-produced and they're pieces of junk. They have poor design, magnets that don't work, vent mounts not strong enough. In fact, you could put your cell phone on a vent mount, have the heater on, and overheat your phone. I've had that happen. Had the warning light go on. They clutter up your car. If you have a nice looking sports car, I own a Porsche. I don't want one of these pieces of junk in my car, I'll tell you that. Also, blocking your vision. I mean, putting cell phones, mounting them in your windshield blocks your vision. In fact, in many states, it's actually illegal. These red states here, it's absolutely illegal to mount your cell phones in your windshield. In the yellow states, it's restricted. Even in California, it's restricted. Now, I don't know if they enforce it or not, but technically they could give you a ticket if it's blocking your view. The outlook for the cell phone accessory market is absolutely huge. 2015, $21.5 billion. Forecasting 2025, $125 billion. Now, on the cell phone mounting segment, we're talking roughly about 6% of this market. It's huge, absolutely huge.
Now, the competitors are odd brands like WizGear, Arcot, IOTI, Titronics, and companies that don't really have any recognition. I'm going to be using branding using GripTough as a brand that's U.S. with quality behind it. This is a niche market, and there's a lot of money to be made in it. Now, wedge it. This is our timeline. Start off with that prototype I was showing you. It's probably being passed around right now. It was shelved. The reason why it was shelved is I wiped out the stores. I went to every frickin' place I could get those spatulas. I think that's the last one that isn't cut up. And I kind of put it on hold. GripTough I'm working on other products and stuff like that, which I'm not even going to confuse you with right now. So kind of put to the side. Then good old Bill over here, back here, take a bow. They bow. He's from Maker HQ, and he's an expert in laser printing. And he came up. Where's my bag? See that? Got bag goodies here. He laser printed me.
3D printed.
3D. I'm sorry. 3D printed, correct. Quality, custom. In fact, this thing is so cool. I mean, I use it myself all the time. I said, hell, if I like it, and I'm real critical, and I could put it on my sun visor on my Porsche, hey, this is a winner. And I knew it's a winner. And so we're working together to, right now we're working on, we're right over developing molds for greater production. That's where we're at right now. Now I'm working on establishing new vendors, new parts. In fact, this parts that we have right now, this is 2 pieces. And there's actually, this one comes apart right here too. Now what I've done is I've found a new part that replaces this, so it's only one part. And that will cost about the same, but production will be quicker to make them. Anyway, Wedget is a better, safer cell phone mount, and I want to keep it in Sacramento. That's pretty much the end of my presentation. I'm ready for questions.
All right, so before we jump into questions, I'll ask you the same question I asked Clarice. What can we as a community do for you? What are you looking for?
Well, I'm feedback mainly right now. What we're doing as far as investing goes, we aren't really ready to do tons of production until we get the molds going and we can produce at least, we kind of have a goal of 100 a day. I already have avenues of selling this already. I got Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, and then in social media, I got 129,000 followers. I have a marketing plan, so it's no problem. I'm open for any suggestions from any of you on how we should step this forward. I'd like to make this into an industry here locally where we employ a bunch of people. Now, I have in the interim, I was thinking about using Pride Industries. I've used them before on prior projects, and so that's one step. But we're thinking about doing this on a scalable thing. Right now, we're a little garage business. That's all we are right now. And then we're going to scale it up, and then once we have tons of sales, then we've got metal molds and injection molding and all this other kind of stuff, and other products. In fact, we even are going to be developing ones for tablets and the phablets. And this one here is a magnetic mount. So we're going to have all sorts of variations, and everything is modular.
16.
Here's one that uses a regular camera, and it is GoPro compatible. And that, by the way, that's a whole nother segment. So right now we're concentrating primarily on the cell phone market. However, the GoPro market is a whole separate animal. So we could go all over the place. So when you were looking at the stats, we're talking about the stats for cell phones. GoPro market's another $1 billion market. So I really believe that this could be the biggest United States company for cell phone accessories. All right, any